crowds tonight for Sugardale Dollar Dog Night at Progressive Field.
The sounds of summer. Nothing pulls fans to the concession stand like a Sugardale Dollar Dog. And don't forget, you can enjoy that same mouth-watering Sugardale hot dog at home. Slow smoked, perfectly seasoned, made right here in Ohio for over 100 years.
Hot dogs, get your hot dogs here.
Don't wait. Make tonight a Sugardale hot dog night.
Hello, this is Mary at the Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
Hey, I dreamed I'd be ready for college way ahead of time.
And now you're way behind?
Yes, and I have no idea how I'll get it all done on time and in my budget.
Well, luckily, IKEA has everything you need to make it your space on your budget. And with everything ready to take away from our stores with Click and Collect, it's easier than ever.
That's convenient.
Exactly. Get IKEA whenever, wherever, however at IKEA.us. IKEA, dream the possibilities.
Bybee into the motion, and the right-hander with the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Back foot slider ate him up. What a job by Tanner Bybee.
This is Tanner Bybee. You listen to the Cleveland Clinic Guardians Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Bet365 Guardians warm-up show. The Guardians and the Reds getting ready for the first of a day-night doubleheader, the first game of 3 between these two clubs. And let's check in with the Northeast Ohio weather forecast with our friends at WKYC. It is brought to you by Window World.
A mix of clouds and sun the remainder of our Tuesday as a cold front continues to slide down towards the south. We've got a decent breeze that's blowing in the drier air. We're in the upper 70s for highs. Tonight, the breeze continues. Partly cloudy. We're back down into the 60s. And a gorgeous day tomorrow. Sunshine, some clouds out towards the east, lower humidity. Still breezy. We're in the mid-70s for highs on Wednesday. From the 3 News Weather Center, I'm senior meteorologist Matt Wins.
Here in Cincinnati, rain last night, baseball today. Tom Hamilton talks about it with manager Stephen Vogt on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
That was an all-time classic.
Adam Shine brings his unique perspective and passionate sports talk to Mad Dog Sports Radio.
That game led the league in holy cow wow moments.
The biggest and hottest names across Major League Baseball.
Star shortstop for the Kansas City Royals, Bobby Witt Jr.
It's great to kind of build the new culture here in Kansas City.
Shine on Sports, weekdays 9 Eastern. Mad Dog Sports Radio, Sirius XM 82 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
Sunday Sliders with Danny Wexelman and Cole Tucker.
I'm Danny Wexelman.
And I'm Cole Tucker.
And we're your hosts of Sunday Sliders.
Tune in every week to hear us talk about the latest news around the league, take your calls, and you never know which one of my friends from across the baseball world might join us.
Sunday Sliders with Danny Wexelman and Cole Tucker. Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern on MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM 89 and the Sirius XM app.
Baseball's in full swing.
And now the choir at Progressive Field sings their Jose song.
Why not experience the excitement of every MLB game on Sirius XM?
The pitch. Swung in and hammered. High, deep to right. Away, back and goal. Jose Ramirez.
Get closer to your team with your hometown announcers on the Sirius XM app.
And Ramirez got a breaking ball and smoked it.
When you think NASCAR,
right here.
think Sirius XM NASCAR Radio.
That's all we got.
The races.
This could be the race for the championship right now.
The shows.
Hashtag TMD NASCAR.
It's Larry and I giving our hot takes. We'd love for you guys to participate as well.
Sirius XM Speedway here on your home for NASCAR. The industry's best podcasts.
Dale Jr. back again for another episode of the Dale Jr. Download.
Sirius XM NASCAR Radio Channel 90. Also streaming on the Sirius XM app.
Oh yeah, baby. Awesome.
Hi again, everybody. This is Tom Hamilton. Welcome. It's The Manager Show. The Manager Show brought to you by Key Bank. Today, a day-night doubleheader here in Cincinnati after last night's ball game was washed out. And voter here before Game 1 today. Just wanted to touch a little bit about the offense because outside of the 7 home runs against Minnesota a week ago, it's really been a struggle. And has there been anything in particular that you see that is correctable?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you zoom out and you look at the last week, we scored 13 runs on Monday. We scored 5 more on Tuesday, or whatever days of the week it was. I can't remember, folks. It's been a long week, but we put up some runs, and then we ran into 4 very good arms in a row. And what can happen when you're facing these good arms is it can get us in between. I think when we're at our best, we're committing to hitting the fastball back up the middle, and that allows us to hit some off speed as well. And I thought we would just kind of lived in between this weekend. And there's some good arms that can get you to do that. But there's definitely some ways where we can get more convicted in our plan, and we're working to do that consistently every day.
Have you seen the club try to get too pull happy?
I don't think so. I think what you see sometimes is with hitters, particularly young hitters, but all hitters, as soon as you maybe go a game or two without getting a hit, we tend to go, as I'm saying we as in hitters, we tend to go to this, well, if I can just pull something into right field as a lefty or pull something into left field as a righty, that'll get me going. Instead of sticking to your plan, sticking to your process, which is the middle of the field has the most room. That's where the most space is, because at the end of the day, you cannot control whether or not you get a hit. All you can control is swinging at a good pitch and hitting it hard. And then there's 7 really good athletes that are running it down. So you can do everything right and go 0 for 4 on any given night. So sometimes it may look like we get a little pull happy. I don't think we are, but that definitely happens from time to time.
Voter, take us back to when you were a player. It's not that long ago, but let's talk about your early years. Everyone has a plan when they leave the on-deck circle. How long does it take before you're really committed to that plan in the batter's box? Because that guy on the mound can change your mind in a hurry.
Yeah, you have to be super convicted. It's really easy to go up there with a good plan, and then pitch number 1 happens, and it's completely opposite of what you think might happen, and then your mind starts to go, uh-oh, what if he does this? What if he does that? And you start to get into this spiral of the what-ifs game, and that takes your focus off of what you're trying to do, and that's be ready to hit a fastball. At the end of the day, to stay in the big leagues, you have to be able to hit a fastball. And sometimes as a hitter, what you do is you think your way into something else, and it gets you in between, it gets you a little bit late, gets you a little bit tight. When you're at your best, you're relaxed, you're ready to go, and you're on time for that guy's best fastball.
Was there a turning point for you as a hitter?
I think it goes in stretches. I think I can only speak to my own experience. I had some stretches in years where I was really good, and then I had some stretches where I was really bad. And I think it all comes down to your mental approach to it, because it's not your swing, it's not your mechanics. Those things don't help you at 7 o'clock. We work all day at dialing in our swings, at getting our mechanics where they need to be, which is super important. But once you go out for the game, you have what you have that night. Now it's time to go compete, because it's a one-on-one battle between you and that pitcher, and they have all the odds in their favor, and you just have to go out there and try and get a good pitch. And it's like I tell our guys all the time when we talk, we rarely strike out on strike 3. We strike out when we foul off strike 1 or we foul off strike 2 that was the good pitch to hit, because we weren't ready for it. So we got to be ready every pitch. We got to be ready to go, and it's going to be no different against Chase Burns.
Eddie Murray used to have a theory, and he was a pretty good hitter since he hit 3,000 career hits, 500 home runs, and that was when you get your pitch to hit, it's not that you hit a home run. You've got to put that pitch in play. Do you agree to that?
100%. We're not always going to hit home runs. I mean, I say all the time, if you have a great home run year, it's 35 or 40 home runs. Well, you're going to get 650 plate appearances. I'm not a mathematician by any means, but that's fewer than 10% of your at-bats are going to end in a home run. We're not trying to hit home runs. Pitchers throw home runs. What happens is that when you get your pitch, whether that's a fastball away, a fastball in, fastball middle, or a hanging breaking ball, we have to move that pitch forward. And so I would agree with Eddie Murray, and he was 25 times the hitter I was, but you got to be ready for your pitch.
Manager Stephen Vogt on the KeyBank Manager Show. This is Tom Hamilton. Stay tuned for Game 1 of this day-night doubleheader. It's coming your way next here on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Hey, this is Jeff Foxworthy.
This is Larry the Cable Guy.
And we're excited to tell you about our exclusive SiriusXM channel.
Jeff and Larry's Comedy Roundup. Every hour of every day, we're going to bring you the best comedy from some of the best and our favorite comedians.
Like Nate Borgazzi, Dusty Slay, and Leanne Morgan, just to name a few.
By the way, she owes me money.
And we each host our own shows every week.
Jeff and Larry's Comedy Roundup.
SiriusXM 97, your home for great American comedy.
The World Cup may be over, but soccer's most exciting league is coming back to Sirius XM-FC.
Only the Premier League can make you feel like this.
Iconic clubs.
Manchester United have won it. Liverpool score. A double from Chelsea.
And global superstars.
Haaland scores. The striking Viking has done it.
Battling it out for the crown.
Arsenal win the title.
The English Premier League returns August 21st on Sirius XM-FC 157 and the Sirius XM app.
You can't win your fantasy football league in the summer, but you sure can lose it. On Sirius XM Fantasy Sports Radio, we're creating a winning fantasy football lineup to help build a championship team.
Hey guys, need your help. Get
the edge you need from Jeff Manns, John Hansen, Jeff Radcliffe, Matthew Berry's Fantasy Life, and the Fantasy Footballers.
Fantasy football is fun. Winning is even more fun, and our listeners do both.
Listen live on Channel 87 or prep your draft anytime by searching Draft Season on the Sirius XM app.
Every night after the final out, the Round Trip Roundup brings you the scores, highlights, and analysis from every game across Major League Baseball, all in less than 30 minutes.
It's gone! Unbelievable!
It's the perfect way to get caught up on all the night's biggest home runs and best performances.
2-run home run for Bryce Harper.
It's the Round Trip Roundup on MLB Network Radio, every night on Sirius XM Channel 89 and every morning on the Sirius XM app.
Welcome back. It's the Bet365 Guardians warm-up show. We are in Cincinnati, and it's time for the pitching matchup. Slade Ciccone for the Guardians, 4-7 on the season, an earned run average of 4.60. He made his first start as a Cleveland Guardian against these same Reds last May and pitched well over 5 innings in a loss, allowing just 3 runs, and he is winless in 5 career appearances against the Reds. He'll be opposed by an all-star right-hander Chase Burns. What a start to his season. 12-1, an earned run average of 2.42. This young right-hander will face the Guardians for the first time. That's your pitching matchup. That'll do it for Guardians warm-up. Stay tuned. Starting lineups and first pitch come your way next. The Guardians Warm-Up Show has been brought to you by Cleveland Clinic. When defying the odds is your aim, the right care can change everything. By Progressive. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers. By Bet365, where winning is everything.
Copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Cleveland Guardians Baseball Company and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without expressed written consent of the Cleveland Guardians.
Here's the tale of the daily Medfield, same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings Wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap Good RX, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang, that one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
Thanks again for taking me to the game, man. I can't wait to get in there. By the way, what's in the bag?
Oh, I bring my own hot dog and peanuts. Saves a ton.
Savvy. And what about the beach chairs?
Why buy seats when you can save big and bring your own?
We can't get in without tickets.
Tickets? What do you think the portable TV is for?
Don't save money pretending to go to the game. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey, you mind keeping it down up there, please?
KeyBank will meet you in that I need new neighbors moment.
Rick, it's your mortgage loan officer, Beth. I was in the neighborhood and wanted to let you know your home loan application's been approved.
Beth, you're always there for me, and not a moment too soon.
Are your neighbors bowling with grand pianos again?
And apparently raising livestock?
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 399797.
Medical Mutual knows small businesses are a big deal. That's why they partner with the Council of Smaller Enterprises, better known as COSI, to offer health benefit options for companies with 1 to 50 employees. The COSI benefit plan provides the same great benefits as large corporations, but on a small group budget. Join more than 7,900 small businesses that offer the COSI benefit plan to their employees. Talk to your broker or visit COSIbenefitplan.com/join now. Medical Mutual, the official health insurer of the Cleveland Guardians.
For 24/7 baseball talk, interviews, and game analysis. After the game, check out MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM 89.
Folks, get on board.
This group is really exciting. The future is really bright.
Incredible.
The amount of resilience that we have in this clubhouse, we can deal with pressure and deal with close and meaningful games because we've played a ton of them.
No matter who's on the field, the same thing is going to be expected.
Playing guards ball and being there for each other.
It's working again, folks.
That will to be on the field and want to win the game.
They know that they can overcome anything. Now it's just time for us to finish the job.
And here we go again.
Cleveland Guardians Baseball is brought to you by Cleveland Clinic. When defying the odds is your aim, the right care can change everything. By Progressive. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers. By Dollar Bank, proud banking partner of the Cleveland Guardians. By Marathon. Join Marathon Rewards today and start earning on every fill-up.
Good afternoon once again, everyone. Welcome back to Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Game 1 of this day-night doubleheader. Time now for the starting lineups. First for the Guardians and manager Stephen Vogt. Leading things off, Stephen Kwan, the left fielder. Jose Ramirez at third base bats second. Chase DeLauder, the designated hitter, bats third. Travis Bazzana, the second baseman, will hit cleanup. Brian Rocchio at shortstop hits fifth. Kyle Manzardo, the first baseman, bats sixth. Angel Martinez in right field hits seventh. Batting eighth, doing the catching, it's Patrick Bailey. And Petey Halpin, the center fielder, will hit ninth. Return Tom Hamilton as today's first pitch on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
A cool and crisp Modelo tastes good.
In this business, you're either growing or you're grinding. Success is no longer about hard work alone. It's about using AI to accelerate impact. ServiceTitan is the only integrated intelligence that seamlessly automates your entire workflow, from first bid to final invoice. Born in the trades, built for commercial contractors ready to stop operating and start automating. ServiceTitan, AI for the trades.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away. Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna less lethal launcher. Armed with kinetic rounds, Jason fired a warning shot, deterring the mountain lion and giving his family time to get to safety. Byrna less lethal launchers fire powerful kinetic and chemical irritant rounds designed to stop threats. Visit Byrna.com. That's BYRNA, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
The Stratotech tee from Viore is one of those shirts you put on once and immediately get why people love it. It's incredibly soft, stretches with you, dries fast, and still looks sharp enough to wear from a workout to the ballpark without missing a beat. It's become my go-to tee for pretty much everything. Head to Viore.com/MLB for 20% off your first purchase. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions.
From the Great American Ballpark in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio, it is game number 1 of this day-night doubleheader and game number 108 of the 2026 campaign. Hi again, everybody. This is Tom Hamilton along with Jim Rosenhaus. We've got Dave Abbott with us here in the booth on the banks of the Ohio River and on the shores of Lake Erie. We've got Brian Matze. Lots of water between Brian and Dave, and we are ready for a game that won't feature any water here today. We did have a vicious storm blow here through last night, but as always is the case, so unpredictable. They called the game, scheduled this day-night doubleheader, and then it never rained the rest of the night. But how do you know that? It's just so hard to try to be a meteorologist and try to figure out what kind of weather you may or may not get the rest of the evening. And so we will play this game under threatening skies, but we're told we're good to go as far as precip is concerned today. It is hot, it is muggy, but that's the way it always is when you're in these river towns in the months of July and August. If you're in Pittsburgh or St. Louis or in this case Cincinnati, you get a lot of heat, you get a lot of humidity as we have the Ohio River flowing beyond this ballpark in right and center field. We don't see the river as much as we once did when this ballpark opened up. They've enclosed it, it seems like, each and every year a little bit more. Still a beautiful ballpark, and a Great American Ballpark is a ballpark that opened up in 2003, and this ballpark seats right around 40,000. You have a double deck affair out in left and left center, a single deck out in right and right center, and then 3 decks from foul pole to home plate to foul pole, all red seats here in Cincinnati. Ballpark seats a little over 42,000. It's hot and humid today, and what little breeze we have is blowing out. This is one of the most hitter and homer-friendly parks in baseball. It'll play even smaller on a day like today. The dimensions, 328 down the left field line, 379 to left center, 404 to dead center, only 370 to right center, 325 down the right field line. The wall is 8 feet high in right center, and then in left and left center, the wall is 12 feet high. And if you talk to a pitcher, they will tell you the dimensions I just gave to you are all lies. They all think the dimensions are much smaller in this ballpark. As I mentioned, one of the great home run parks in all of baseball. But good luck hitting home runs off the guy. Cleveland will one of the best young pitchers in the game, Chase Burns. He came in the same draft 2 years ago. Cleveland took Travis Bazzana, number 1, and Cincinnati grabbed Chase Burns, number 2, and they will face off against each other here today. Cleveland comes in 54-53, second place in the American League Central, 2 games in back of the White Sox. Cincinnati's in last in the National League Central, 16 games out of first, a record of 49-55. Umpires today, Alfonso Marquez, the crew chief, will call the balls and strikes. Minor leaguer Steven Jashinsky at first, Lance Barrett at second, Malachi Moore at third. Chase Burns, he's primarily a 2-pitch guy, fastball and slider. He'll throw an occasional changeup, but 94% of his pitches are either fastballs or sliders. Upper 90s fastball, low 90s slider, and a low 90s changeup. Stephen Kwan will lead it off. He'll be one of 9 left-handed bats in the lineup. The wind end, today's first pitch is high, ball 1, and we're underway in Cincinnati. 84 muggy degrees here in the Queen City. Now the kick and the 1-0 pitch, and it's in there to even the count. Burns facing Cleveland for the first time in his young career. He's been in the major leagues all of this season and part of 2025. Now the 1-1, and Kwan fouling it off third base side, and the count 1-2. Chase Burns, a 12-1 record, a 2.42 ERA. The kick and delivery, and he missed down and in with a slider, and the count 2-2. Burns is making his 20th start, no complete games, 6 innings a start, 10 strikeouts, 3 walks per 9, opposition batting just .204. The pitch, and it's swung on, a weak chopper to third, backhanded by Suarez, throws over, and Stephen Kwan, batting .403 in the month of July, is retired to start game 1 of this day-night doubleheader. Not quite sure why it's a day-night doubleheader, because literally in the ballpark right now, hundreds of fans. Jose Ramirez, switch hitter, batting left-handed at third base. 3 for 16 since coming off the injured list. Jose takes a heater. It's a strike, 97 miles per hour. Burns falls off a little bit to the first base side of the mound. Into the wind, here it comes. And it's swung on and missed. Boy, that is an unhittable 91-mile-an-hour slider. I mean, this guy's got a chance to throw a no-hitter every time he toes the rubber. His stuff is electric. The kick and delivery, and a check on a slider down and in, didn't go. 1-2 the count. I mean, Burns with a record of 12-1. Folks' only loss was against the Angels on April 10th. Now the pitch, and it's swung on, ripped towards second into right center, a base hit. Jose Ramirez, he was able to time up that heater and lines a 98-mile-an-hour fastball into the gap in right center. And that'll bring up the DH, Chase DeLauder. Well, the good news for Cleveland, with their struggles all season long against the changeup, Burns doesn't throw many. Only 6% of his pitches are changeups. The rest, fastball, sliders. DeLauder DHing in game 1. Throw to first and nearly picked him off. Jose just did dive back safely. Wow, that was close. Ramirez leads Cleveland with 24 steals. He's only been caught 2 times. Reds deciding if they want to challenge the call, elect not to. DeLauder, since coming back from his broken rib, in 23 games, hitting .333, 4 homers, 16 RBIs. He checks the swing, fouling it back, strike 1. T.J. Friedel in left. The center fielder is Dane Myers, J.J. Bleday in right. Sal Stewart at first. Edwin Arroyo at second. Ellie Dela Cruz at short. Eugenio Suarez at third. The catcher, Tyler Stevenson. Now the pitch, and he grounds one in the hole right side, off the glove of Arroyo, and into first safely is DeLauder. Arroyo, the second baseman, moving toward first or to his left, in the hole, got a glove on it, didn't play it cleanly, and we'll see what the official score says. Right now, Cleveland, runners first and second, 1 down, and that'll bring up Travis Bazzana. Travis Bazzana, the number 1 pick in the draft. Chase Burns, the number 2 pick in the draft 2 years ago. The pitch, check swing, ground ball, foul, off to the third base side, strike 1. According to the massive video board above the bleachers in left field, Cleveland has scored 3 runs this inning. Interesting. The pitch, and a check on a slider down low, didn't go, and the count 1-1. The scoreboards are not working. They've got another massive one above the seats in right center. Same thing. Cleveland leads the game 8-3 on that one. That pitch down and in. So the count is 2 balls and a strike on Travis Bazzana, batting .181 over the last 27 games, hitting cleanup today. Cleveland with a threat going here in the first. The set, the look back at second, the pitch, and a check swing through him, another slider. And he went around on the appeal at third, says Malachi Moore. Bazzana can't believe it. Now the 2-2, and before it's made a turn but no throw. By the way, on Chase DeLauder's ground ball, they're charging Arroyo with an error. Burns is ready, hands belt high. The 2-2. Down low, ball 3-2. Boy, he's throwing a lot of sliders here in the first inning to Cleveland batters. You don't think these two guys know where they were in the draft 2 years ago? You betcha they do. Payoff pitch. Swung on, fouled right side by first base coach Sandy Alomar Jr. Rugi Odor coaching at third. Here in game one, Cleveland, the all-gray road uniforms, navy blue, red trim. Reds in the all-white home uniforms with the red trim. No score, first inning, 2 on, 1 out. Again, the pitch. And he struck him out looking, and Bazzana challenges the backdoor slider that was called strike 3. And the verdict is ball 4 outside. Great challenge by Bazzana. And the bases are loaded. That barely missed being strike 3. And Cleveland's loaded them up in the first. Now, we all know the struggles the Guardians had this weekend. Shutout Saturday and Sunday in St. Pete. You have an opportunity in the first inning against this guy. You better capitalize. Infield back, Brian Rocchio batting left-handed, cuts and misses. Came with a slider. Rocchio batting .268, 9 homers, 49 RBIs. Guardians all over the joint, 1 out, no score. The pitch, and it's down and away. Another slider. So back to the windup is Chase Burns, goes to the rosin bag, tosses it to the back of the mound. Outfield, medium deep, straightaway. Infield, pull to the right, but double play depth. The kick and the pitch, and it's swung on, and a shallow fly to center. Myers charging in, makes the catch, and nobody can move up. So the bases stay loaded. Now there are 2 men out for Kyle Manzardo. Now, if you let Chase Burns off the hook here in the first inning, you literally may not get another chance to score the rest of the day against him. He's that good, folks. You look at Chase Burns, how good is he? Chase Burns, 16 of his starts, he's given up 2 runs or fewer. 16. The pitch. Manzardo takes a strike. There have been only 3 starts Chase Burns has made this year where he gave up more than 2 runs. Folks, that's unbelievable for a rookie. Now the windup. Now the pitch. And it's swung on, fouled right side, out of play. And Manzardo in the hole, 0-2. Another struggling Guardian, batting .120 over the last 16 games. Ramirez at third, DeLauder at second, Bazzana at first. 2 down in the first. Game 1, no score yet. Burns into the wind, the 0-2 pitch. Down low, a slider. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, Chase Burns has made 24 pitches already. And obviously they really watch his pitch count. And he's going to come up against an innings limit in the not-too-distant future. The pitch, and it's pulled foul by Sandy Alomar. And the count stays 1-2. This is a guy, Chase Burns, who appeared in 13 games last year when the Reds called him up in his first pro season. Word is probably 40 innings left for Burns this year in that area. The pitch, and it's fouled back. So Cleveland's really making Burns work. That's all fine and dandy. But this is a results business. You've got to get some runs off of him. That's great. You make him work. But you have to score some runs. Into the motion. The 1-2. Up and in. Check swing on the fastball. He said I got hit by the pitch. I think it's going to be called either a hit by pitch or a glanced off the bat. Nope. Hit by pitch. A run will score. I bet the Reds challenge this baby. It was a check swing on a pitch up and in. Manzardo pointed to his wrist area. Tito wants to challenge this call. You wonder, did it hit the bat or did it hit the hand? Does not look like it hit the bat on the replay that we saw. We'll see what New York thinks. Right now it's 1-0 Cleveland.
Correction, Cincinnati.
With the bases still loaded because Manzardo hit by the pitch headed to first. Well, right now it's a muggy 84 degrees, and the game time temp brought to you by Gusto. Higher pay, grow your team with Gusto. Also, first 4 innings, it's the Conrad score 4, win 4 new tires. And Kathy Cooney of South Euclid trying to get the 4 Bridgestone tires from Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care. Visit econrads.com to enter. This could be a very tough pitch to overturn, because if it did hit Manzardo, it nicked him. And I don't know if any camera replay will give New York any clear, concise view. And again, the only way you can get the call overturned is if they have really indisputable evidence in the replay center in New York. And usually the longer these things take to review, the longer it goes, the more the call is usually not changed. But we'll see. Angel Martinez will be the 7th man to bat if this call stands.
After review, the call is overturned. It is not a hit by pitch, and the count is 2-2.
Like I was saying, the longer this goes, the call is normally overturned.
They got us again.
It's unbelievable. Well, good challenge by Tito and the Reds. And so Manzardo goes back to work. The scoreboard, which doesn't work. If it did, it would still go 0-0. It's no longer 1-0 Cleveland. The count is 2-2 on Manzardo. The bases are loaded. 2 down, first inning, no score yet. Well, a grand slam here by Kyle Manzardo would give Kathy Cooney of South Euclid 4 Bridgestone tires from the great folks at Conrad's. Manzardo, a little extra time, he climbs back in. Here's pitch number 28. And he pops it upstairs, foul. Now this has got to be disconcerting for the Reds that Burns, who again, they're going to be very careful with him, his pitch count, his innings this year, and he's going to make at least 29 pitches. The next one, swung on and hammered to deep right, away, back and gone. A grand slam to right by Kyle Manzardo. And the best replay challenge that was ever overturned in the history of the Cleveland Guardians. Instead of it being 1-0 Cleveland, 4-0 Cleveland on Kyle Manzardo's first grand slam of the year. Cleveland's 4th grand slam as a team. Manzardo's team-high 12th homer, giving him 36 RBIs. 4-0 Cleveland. Here's Angel Martinez taking high, ball 1. Switch hitter in right field. Manzardo got a slider right over the middle of the plate, and he did not miss it. Burns the kick and the pitch, and it's fouled off to the right. And what's really got to be worrying for Tito Francona and the Reds, in the second game today, they're starting a relief pitcher. Here's the kick and the pitch, and it's waved at. Martinez now down in the count 1-2. And boy, if they have to go to the bullpen early here in game one, that could be disaster. But here we are, pitch number 33 from Chase Burns to Angel Martinez. And it's in there, strike 3 called. The inning is over. But Kyle Manzardo did not let Chase Burns get off the hook. His grand slam to right puts Cleveland on top. 4-0 as the Reds come to bat.
A cool and crisp Modelo tastes good, but you know
Service Titan is the only fully integrated AI that automates your entire workflow. Born in the trades, built for commercial contractors ready to stop operating and start automating. Service Titan, AI for the trades.
Don't wait until that water leak in your
Chase Burns giving up the grand slam to Kyle Manzardo. 4-0 Cleveland. Second inning, 8th man to bat, Patrick Bailey, and he fouls back the first pitch. In inning number 1, Chase Burns made 33 pitches, 17 fastballs, 16 sliders. Manzardo hit a slider for the grand slam to right. The next pitch, Bailey pops it up into the seats behind the plate. 0-2. Patrick Bailey batting .200 on the year, but batting about 100 points better for Cleveland than he did for San Francisco. 5 homers, 19 RBIs. Switch hitter batting left-handed. The pitch. And he pops this one up. Playable. Foul ground behind home plate. Caught by the catcher, Stevenson. That'll bring up P.D. Helpin. Hitless in his last 12 at-bats. When the Guardians do win, Northeast Ohio Ford dealers donate $500 to Cleveland Guardians charities for youth sports in the city. Helpin, the California native, grew up in the San Mateo area. That's south of San Francisco as he checks on a slider down in the dirt. Ball 1. Chase Burns started his career at Tennessee, transferred to Wake Forest. The pitch hit sharply into right field, a base hit, Cleveland's third, and Helpin breaks the 0-for-12 skid. Now top of the order, and Stephen Kwan. Burns pitched for 2 years at Tennessee. His sophomore year, he was ticked off when he got taken out of the rotation, put in the bullpen because he couldn't throw strikes. And so he then transferred. He left that juggernaut of a program to go to Wake Forest. Stephen Kwan taking a strike. Wake Forest is considered maybe the best university in the country for developing college pitching. They have everything at Wake Forest, analytically and technically and mechanically speaking, that Major League clubs has. The pitch. In the dirt, it kicks away from Stevenson to the backstop. Wild pitch puts P.D. Helpin at second. 4-0 Cleveland. Runner at second base now with 1 down in the second. And so if you're going to leave the kind of program you have at Tennessee and you're a pitcher, well, then Wake Forest is the place to go. And you talk to scouts, they will tell you Wake Forest did an incredible job refining the delivery of Chase Burns and getting him to throw strikes consistently. The pitch. Swung on, line to center field. It'll get down for a hit. P.D. Helpin will stop right there at third, and Stephen Kwan has collected Cleveland's 4th hit. Runners now at the corners. 1 down, with Cleveland trying to add to a 4-0 lead, and Jose Ramirez to the plate. It's incredible, though. Chase Burns goes to Wake Forest, has a phenomenal junior year, and that's the same year Tennessee wins the national championship, and they win it without Chase Burns. Here's Jose, singled his first time up. Infield back, he takes a slider down and in, ball 1. And then Chase Burns, after 1 year at Wake Forest, became the 2nd pick in the draft of 2024 after Travis Bazzana. Now the 1-0 pitch. And it's in the dirt. Nice block by Stevenson. That might have been the first changeup we have seen from Chase Burns, which may tell you that he doesn't have the feel that he normally has for a slider today. Infield double play depth, except Suarez at the grass at third. Ramirez takes a slider in near the thigh, and he's sitting 3-0. And he will be wailing away here if it's in his nitro zone. Boy, the Reds' outfield isn't as deep as you would expect for Jose Ramirez. Here's the 3-0, and he took it. It's a called strike on a slider. Nicked the inside corner with it. 3-1. Quan at first, helping at third. 4-0 Cleveland. Now the 3-1 pitch. Runner goes. Pitch is hit in the air. Medium deep right. Bleday coming in to grab it. Helpin is tagging. Helpin starts home, puts the brakes on. Bleday with a good arm. Got the throw to the plate. And Helpin wisely stopped and went back to third. And Ramirez doesn't get that run in from third. And that happened in the first. Then with 2 down, Kyle Manzardo unloaded a grand slam. Now it's up to Chase DeLauder. Runners first and third, 2 down. DeLauder reached on an error in the first inning by the second baseman, making all of the runs unearned. The pitch, and it's a touch high. Ball 1, 96 miles per hour on the fastball. So his velocity is down a little bit too. He's normally sitting 98. Burns sets. He fires to first, and diving back is Quan. You got to remember now, Burns was a pro last year for the first time. And he pitched A-ball, AA, AAA, and then with the Reds. But he only pitched 66 innings. Runner goes, pitch is swung on a miss, throw to second, head first slide, tag not in time. Helpin stayed at third. Quan with his 8th steal. So now second and third are occupied with 2 down, and Cleveland up 4-0. So again, only 66 innings for Chase Burns last year, and he's already at 109 innings this year. Now the wind and pitch, and he took a strike, 1-2. So there is some thought here that soon the Reds, who want him to pitch all year, will start having starts of 2 innings, 3 innings. Keep him pitching all year, but really monitor the workload. The 1-2. Swung on, a weak bouncer to the second baseman. Shoulder high hop handled by Arroyo, and he throws out DeLauder. Boy, Cleveland at first and third with 1 out. They don't add to their 4-0 lead here in the middle of the second.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away. Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna less lethal launcher. Armed with kinetic rounds, Jason fired a warning shot, deterring the mountain lion and giving his family time to get to safety. Byrna less lethal launchers fire powerful kinetic and chemical irritant rounds designed to stop threats. Visit Byrna.com. That's Byrna, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
The core short from Viore is one pair I keep reaching for. Morning run, afternoon training, watching the game, it doesn't matter. Soft 4-way stretch, built-in liner, comfortable all day. Plus, they look good enough to wear well beyond the gym. Ready to try a pair? Head to Viore.com/MLB and get 20% off your first purchase. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions.
Think you know how the second half of baseball plays out? Put your predictions to work on Polymarket, the world's largest prediction market.
An official partner of Major League Baseball.
Who wins the division?
Who's buying at the trade deadline?
Who takes home the Cy Young? And
who's still standing in October?
Trade against other fans, not the house on Polymarket. From the trade deadline to the World Series, every game matters. Trade on Polymarket. Download the Polymarket app and use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE.
Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
Heading back to campus? Time to upgrade your entire tech setup. Switch to Verizon, buy or bring a qualifying smartphone, and get a smartwatch and a tablet on us. That's all your essential gear for $0 extra. Ace your classes, track your fitness, and stream your favorite shows. Visit
4-0 Cleveland as Nathaniel Lowe, the left-handed hitting DH, opens the Reds' second. Slade Cicconi's pitch, and it's in there, a strike. One thing about the Great American Ballpark, 4-0 leads can go in the blink of an eye. One of those parks that you never have enough runs. The 0-1 pitch, waved at, 0-2. But these two ball clubs are among the two worst offensive teams in all of baseball. Both have had very, very similar struggles. Cincinnati, the worst in baseball, hitting .215 with men in scoring position. Cleveland, the third worst when it comes to hitting with men in scoring position. Now the 0-2, up high, 1-2. Both teams average 4 runs a game. Now the set, now the 1-2 in tight. They both have the lowest team batting average in all of baseball. Now the 2-2. Fouled off to the left. So a lot of offensive struggles. Now the biggest separator, Cleveland's bullpen is massively better than the Reds' bullpen. Cleveland's bullpen is better than most bullpens in baseball. 4-0 Cleveland, second inning. The 2-2 to Lowe, and he fouled it back. Get a feeling that this game will not finish 4-0?
Nope. Yes, I do get that feeling. And just the weather day, it just feels like everything's going to carry. That first shot from De La Cruz in the first inning told a story.
Now the 2-2 delivery, and it's hit in the air to left, but shallow. Stephen Kwan jogging in. He'll make the catch. Yeah, this ballpark, I mean, hitters salivate when they know they're coming to Cincinnati to hit in this ballpark. Here's Tyler Stevenson. There's a lot of talk he could be traded because he's on the final year of his deal. And teams are always looking for catching. Right-handed batter, hitting .244, 8 homers, 28 RBIs. The deadline, 6 o'clock Eastern Time, next Monday night, August 3rd. That's the trade deadline. The pitch, down and away, ball 1. Mike Chernoff, Cleveland general manager, and assistant GM Matt Foreman with the ball club here in Cincinnati. Now the 1-0. Maybe outside. 2-0. Cleveland thought about challenging, but they've only got one left. Rumors galore, but you're starting to wonder if it'll be nothing but rumors and no action. Now the 2-0 pitch, waved at. 2-1. Problem is, seems like everybody needs a bat. There are no batters to be had, or very few. The 2-1, outside 3-1. And when it's a seller's market, man, you are overpaying. It's like Christmas time and the new hottest toy for the kids. And the merchants jack the price up knowing you'll pay whatever it takes. 4-0 Cleveland, 1 out in the second, 3-1 delivery. And it's ripped to left. That's a base hit for Stevenson. That'll bring up center fielder Dane Myers. Well, the Guardians will be home Friday night. It's a National League homestand. We'll see the Arizona Diamondbacks this weekend, followed by the New York Mets. Friday night, fireworks, dollar dogs. So get those tickets at CLEGuardians.com. Dane Myers, right-handed batter, center fielder. Myers out of Rice University. The pitch. Check swing. He went around, it looked like. Yep. Boy, there was a time Rice was one of the juggernauts in college baseball, but their legendary coach retired. And now Rice University is noted as just one thing, a great academic institution. The pitch. Check swing foul back 0-2 on Myers. Boy, they used to develop some kind of pitching.
Isn't it amazing how it runs in cycles where you lose the legendary coach and then it becomes difficult? It's interesting to see Tennessee's fortunes after Tony Vitello left.
Well, they'll buy their way back into prominence. Here's the 0-2. Outside 1-2. They're now talking about players, especially big-time players in the SEC, getting upwards to $1 million a year to play baseball. Now the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a foul at the plate. I read a story the other day, Rosie, that said the teams that think they're Final Four bound or have that kind of potential in college basketball, they're going to have a payroll of over $30 million for a basketball team. They were listing the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, line to center, base hit, Dane Myers. Stevenson stops at second. The story I read listed all the college basketball players that are going to make more money than LeBron James this year.
What in the world? Come on.
Here's Edwin Arroyo, switch hitting second baseman, batting left-handed. He bats with 2 on, 1 out, second inning, 4-0 Cleveland.
And was their recruiting as dramatic as LeBron's?
I'll just let that one go.
Okay.
Here's the set and the pitch. And it's fouled upstairs, third base side, second deck, strike 1. Ciccone in a bit of a jam. He lets it fly. Arroyo looks at a backdoor curve, down and away. 1-1. Man, they cannot get these scoreboards fixed. They work sometimes, and other times they're not. Sun is peeking back out. We'll have sunshine and ominous clouds throughout the day. Hot and humid. Light breeze blowing out towards the Ohio River. Now the set by Ciccone. And the 1-1. Ripped to deep right, but foul. And a 1-2 count on Arroyo. Great day to be at the ballpark in Cincinnati, because you can come to this ballpark today and pretty much be guaranteed of having a whole seating section to yourself. Another ball game tonight at 7:10. Now the 1-2 in the dirt, ball 2, 2-2. Great look at the hills of Kentucky beyond the ballpark and across the Ohio River. The pitch, and it's swung on, skied to left. Again, not deep. Stephen Kwan will retire Arroyo. 2 out, 2 on. 4-0 Cleveland in the second. And here's the left fielder, T.J. Friedel. Right across the Ohio River is a really terrific little town called Covington. Boy, they now have hotels over there, a lot of really terrific restaurants, watering holes. A lot of folks that work in Cincinnati live across the way. The pitch, swung on, high fly ball, medium deep right. Martinez camped under it. He'll make the catch. Taxes cheaper over in Kentucky, Dave, is that why? Yep. Terrific little town. If you're coming to Cincinnati and going to a ball game, go across the river to Covington. You'll find some great places to eat. Meanwhile, 4-0 Cleveland going to the third.
A cool and crisp Modelo tastes good.
When you run a growing home service business, you roll with the punches. More trucks, more techs, more jobs, and suddenly your team is drowning in spreadsheets, manual work, and software that just can't keep up. But there's a better way. Service Titan is the all-in-one system designed to help you scale the right way from day one. There's a reason Service Titan customers increase their revenue by an average of 15% every year. Get the software you can't outgrow. Go to ServiceTitan.com to learn more.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away. Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna less lethal launcher. Armed with kinetic rounds, Jason fired a warning shot, deterring the mountain lion and giving his family time to get to safety. Byrna less lethal launchers fire powerful kinetic and chemical irritant rounds designed to stop threats. Visit Byrna.com. That's Byrna, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
The Stratotech tee from Viore is one of those shirts you put on once and immediately get why people love it. It's incredibly soft, stretches with you, dries fast, and still looks sharp enough to wear from a workout to the ballpark without missing a beat. It's become my
It's the Hyundai Grand Slam giveaway inning. Third inning, 4-0 Cleveland. Chase Burns to Travis Bazzana. And Bazzana takes a strike. Bazzana had a big challenge in the first inning. He was called out on strikes. The call was overturned. It became ball 4. That loaded up the bases. The pitch in the dirt, 1-1. And with 2 down, Kyle Manzardo unloaded a grand slam to right. That's your ball game. Now, if we have another grand slam here in the third, Emily Casada of Kirtland will win a Hyundai Kona. A swing and a miss by Bazzana on a changeup. You can visit HyundaiGrandSlam.com for your chance to enter and win. We thank the great folks at Northern Ohio Hyundai. Good luck to Emily Casada of Kirtland. Now the pitch. Checked on a pitch down low, a slider. Boy, for a guy that has an upper 90s fastball, Burns throws a lot of sliders, and now he's incorporating a changeup. He's already, as he delivers, a swing and a foul back. He's already at 55 pitches, and we're just starting the third. So he's not going to get very deep into this game. Remember, he hasn't lost a game since April 10th. Now the 2-2. Bounced it in there, full count. And again, this is his 20th start. This is only the 4th time all year he's given up more than here's the windup. Finish it here in a moment. And the payoff. Outside and high. He's lost Bazzana again. Boy, that's a great sign when Travis Bazzana starts to walk again. But again, his 20th start, and this is just the 4th time this year that he has given up 3 runs or more in a game. 16 starts, 2 runs or fewer. Now the pitch. Rocchio takes down and away. Chase Burns came in today, 4th best earned run average in all of baseball, 242. 5th lowest batting average against him in all of baseball, 204. 2nd most wins in the game with 12. Misses with a slider in the dirt, and he's just not able to consistently throw strikes today. And Cleveland is doing a good job of not chasing. 2-0 the count. A runner on, nobody out. 3rd inning, 4-0 Cleveland. Rocchio batting left-handed. The pitch to him, and it's inside a ball. Throw to second on a delayed steal. He's out. Boy, Bazzana on a delayed steal. Not a great throw by Stevenson, but on the head-first slide, he's called out. Huh. That was weird looking. Bazzana's still at second base. Now he heads to third base dugout. Well, that helps Chase Burns because he's just having a dickens of a time throwing strikes. Now the count 3-0 on Arocchio, and he takes the strike, 3-1. Chase Burns had a big day earlier this month. In fact, it was 10 days ago. The pitch. And it's ripped to right by Arocchio. Just foul. Count is full. 10 days ago, Cincinnati gave Chase Burns a 7-year, $105 million contract. Boy, we're seeing a lot of extensions to young players, either just starting their pro career. The pitch swung on, hit pretty well to center. Back goes Myers, drifting onto the track near the wall. He retires Arocchio, 2 down. Some of these kids are getting these contracts starting their pro career, not even in the major leagues yet. And a number of them getting these kind of contracts in their first major league season. 2 down, here's Kyle Manzardo. Hit the grand slam with 2 down in the first inning to right field. That's your game, 4-0 Cleveland. Manzardo pulling it foul, strike 1. He hit a slider into the Cleveland bullpen down the right field line. Into the motion is Burns. Here it comes. And it's in the dirt. Changeup. He throws his changeup 90 miles per hour. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on, 4-0 Cleveland, 3rd inning. The next delivery, and it's downstairs, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Check swing. He went around 2-2. Chased a slider that was down. Manzardo now a team high 12 home runs, 36 RBIs. Takes a little extra time. Now climbs back in. Awaits the payoff pitch. Here it comes. And he swings and misses at a back foot slider. So Bazzana drew a walk, but he was caught stealing. And so Chase Burns finally has a lower pitch count inning. 4-0 Cleveland, middle of the 3rd.
The ocean delights us. Some marvel at the colorful world below the surface. The ocean feeds us. Others find nourishment in its bounty. The ocean teaches us how our everyday choices impact even the deepest places. The ocean moves us, whether we're riding a wave or soaking in its breathtaking beauty. The ocean connects us. Find your connection at MontereyBayAquarium.org/connects.
Bottom of the 9th, game on the line. You wouldn't step up to the plate without a strategy. So why approach retirement without one? Discover strategies to help create income, protect assets, and grow your retirement savings at our free local academy class. Take the time to better understand your options so your retirement can go the distance. Text TRADE to 210-210 for your free seat today.
Think you know how the second half of baseball plays out? Put your predictions to work on Polymarket, the world's largest prediction market.
An official partner of Major League Baseball.
Who wins the division?
Who's buying at the trade deadline?
Who takes home the Cy Young? And
who's still standing in October?
Trade against other fans, not the house on Polymarket. From the trade deadline to the World Series, every game matters. Trade on Polymarket. Download the Polymarket app and use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE.
Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
New shoes, new clothes, brand new grade. Switch to Verizon to make sure their tech keeps up. This back to school season, buy or bring any Android phone and get a Samsung Galaxy tablet on us. Get your kids ready for the school year without breaking the bank. Visit Verizon.
Top of the order, bottom of the 3rd, 4-0 Cleveland. Slade Ciccone to Ellie De La Cruz. And a curve stays high. De La Cruz fly to the warning track, his first time up in right. De La Cruz, wide open stance. He's a big kid. The pitch, waved at. You don't see many shortstops that stand 6'5". Gosh, and he's only 24. And he plays every day. The 1-1. Curveball and a beauty. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Marathon's here to keep you and your team fueled all summer long. Marathon, driven together. The 1-1 pitch. Up and in, ball 2, 2-1. No, I beg your pardon, 2-2. I got to quit looking at the scoreboard here. Scoreboard's still not working. Either that or happy hour started really early in the scoreboard room. The 2-2. Swung on line drive, center field, base hit. Now this guy, now he's going for 2. Throw to second, he's a dead tuna. Tag made by Travis Bazzana. Tremendous throw by Petey Helpin. Boy, I don't know. You're down 4-0. Ellie De La Cruz leading off the inning with a single to center. And you could tell when he got halfway to second, he was going to be out by a mile. Petey Helpin, a good throwing arm. And De La Cruz is a little over aggressive right there. 1 down. Good play by Petey Helpin. That'll bring up Sal Stewart, who walked his first time up.
Well, Halpin's seen a lot of playing time in center field in this last stint in the major leagues, and that's a big reason why, the plays that he's making.
Here's Sal Stewart. The pitch to him. In tight a ball. Gavin Williams and Brady Singer were slated to be the matchup tonight. Cleveland now will go with Gavin Williams, but Reds probably starting a reliever. There's a breaking ball strike. The next offering, and that missed, ball 2, 2-1. The set and the 2-1 pitch. Down low, ball 3, 3-1. Each team gets to add a 27th player for tonight's game. Cleveland will add a relief pitcher. 4-0 Guardians, 3rd inning. Now the 3-1 pitch. And Stewart hits one straightaway center and deep. On the run is Helpin, and this is gone. Wow. Sal Stewart with his 22nd home run to center. That ball just kept carrying. And now you see why Ellie De La Cruz getting thrown out at second. It was such a big mistake to start the inning. So Sal Stewart continues his quest to be the National League Rookie of the Year. 22 homers, 77 RBIs. And he is one strong man, 416 feet to center. That'll bring up J.J. Bleday. Flied out his first time up. Left-handed batter. Bleday takes a strike on the outer edge. Again, in this ballpark, 3rd inning, 4-1 can dissipate in a hurry. The pitch. Check swing. Pitch called a strike on the outside corner, 0-2. Of course, here in Cincinnati, scoreboard still says 4-0 Cleveland. The next delivery, up high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The next pitch, swing and a miss. Chased one down. Blade, Cicconi's first strikeout. 2 down. Here's Eugenio Suarez flied out his first time up. 4-1 Cleveland, game 1 in this day-night doubleheader. Eugenio Suarez, boy, he's had some big games throughout his career. The pitch, and it's a touch outside. Last year, he had 49 homers, 118 RBIs with Arizona and Seattle. Had some big moments with Seattle in the playoffs. Takes a strike. And the count now 1-1. Cicconi sets and fires. Check swing foul at the plate. And the count of 1-2. Suarez, not real big, but boy, is he strong. 5'11", 213. 8 different years he's hit 30 homers or more. 5 different years, 100 RBIs or more. Now the 1-2. Check swing foul back, kind of a half swing. He had a ball game last year with Arizona against Atlanta in April, in which he hit 4 home runs in the game. Now the 1-2. Up high, a fastball, 2-2. Well, Cicconi's already at 64 pitches here in the 3rd inning. And neither team is going to get a lot of length from their starter here in game 1. 4-1 Cleveland. The pitch, and he got him swinging. Cicconi strikes out Suarez to end the 3rd. A bomb by Stewart makes it 4-1 Cleveland on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
A cool and crisp Modelo tastes good, but you know.
For a commercial contractor, you know the game. Service work projects, crew tracking, cash flow, margins, and more. Here's the problem. You're running your business with disjointed systems that just aren't cutting it. If that's the case, I need to tell you about Service Titan, the only end-to-end platform built specifically for service and construction work. From prospecting and bidding to install, maintenance, retrofits, and everything in between, Service Titan gives you the tools you need to thrive. Learn more at ServiceTitan.com. That's ServiceTitan.com.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away. Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna less lethal launcher. Armed with kinetic rounds, Jason fired a warning shot, deterring the mountain lion and giving his family time to get to safety. Byrna less lethal launchers fire powerful kinetic and chemical irritant rounds designed to stop threats. Visit Byrna.com. That's BYRNA, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
The core short from Viore is one pair I keep reaching for. Morning run, afternoon training, watching the game, it doesn't matter. Soft 4-way stretch, built-in liner, comfortable all day. Plus, they look good enough to wear well beyond the gym.
Guardians with a 4-1 lead as we open play here in the 4th inning. Chase Burns back to work. Angel Martinez swings and misses for strike 1. Martinez struck out to end that 1st inning, where the Guardians scored all 4 runs on the grand slam from Kyle Manzardo. Here's the 0-1. Swung on a chopper foul outside of first. And the count's now 0-2 on Martinez. Burns with just 2 strikeouts and had that heavy 1st inning pitch-wise, 33 pitches in the 1st inning, and he started this inning at 68 pitches. And again, they trying to be careful with him. The young right-hander winds it up. Here's his 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Martinez chased the slider in the dirt. He's retired. 1 down. Third strikeout for Burns, and that'll bring up Patrick Bailey. Guardians and PNC Bank are going to bat for small business throughout the season. Join PNC Bank in honoring 6 local businesses for making a difference in the community. Here's Bailey, the switch hitter, left side. The pitch to him. He checks his swing, fouls it back into the net. Bailey on a really good stretch for a while now, more than a month, hitting over 300. He and Austin Hedges providing a lot of offense as good defensive catchers. Here's the 0-1, and he swings and he drives one right center field near the gap, moving over, making the catch on the run is the right fielder Blade. And there's 2 down in the inning. P.D. Halpin will bat. The number 9 hitter is again Burns after that really difficult first inning. From a pitch count standpoint, starting to settle in and get deeper into this game than maybe it looked like he could. And he has 2 quick outs here in the 4th inning in a 4-1 game. Cleveland in front, and Halpin swings and misses for strike 1. MLB's Journey to 30 sweepstakes is underway. Enter now for your chance to win trips to all 30 Major League ballparks at MLB./Journey to 30 sweeps. Halpin swings, skies one to center. Cruising after it, Myers, and he makes the catch to retire Halpin and the Guardians, who go quickly and quietly in the top half of the 4th inning. We head to the bottom of the inning. It's the Guardians 4, the Reds 1.
The ocean delights us. Some marvel at the colorful world below the surface. The ocean feeds us. Others find nourishment in its bounty. The ocean teaches us how our everyday choices impact even the deepest places. The ocean moves us, whether we're riding a wave or soaking in its breathtaking beauty. The ocean connects us. Find your connection at MontereyBayAquarium.org/connects.
Hey, baseball fans, here's a question. Do you know if your retirement strategy is built to weather market ups and downs? At our local academy, right here in your area, discover educational strategies for protecting and growing retirement assets and creating lasting income. Your future deserves a plan. Text TRADE to 210-210 for a free local class. That's TRADE to 210-210.
Think you know how the second half of baseball plays out? Put your predictions to work on Polymarket, the world's largest prediction market.
An official partner of Major League Baseball.
Who wins the division?
Who's buying at the trade deadline?
Who takes home the Cy Young? And
who's still standing in October?
Trade against other fans, not the house on Polymarket. From the trade deadline to the World Series, every game matters. Trade on Polymarket. Download the Polymarket app and use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE.
Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
New shoes, new clothes, brand new grade. Switch to Verizon to make sure their tech keeps up. This back-to-school season, buy or bring any Android phone and get a Samsung Galaxy tablet on us. Get your kids ready for the school year without breaking the bank. Visit Verizon.
Nathaniel Lowe gets it started for the Reds in the bottom of the 4th inning, and he takes a breaking pitch on the outside corner for a strike from Slade Ciccone. 4-1, Cleveland in front. That 4-run first inning holding up for the Guardians. Here's the pitch from Ciccone, and it's swung on and ripped into right field. A base hit, maybe more, as this one rolls into the corner. On it quickly is Martinez. On his way to second is Lowe, and he's in, standing up with a leadoff double. Now the Reds, they're down there with the Guardians in terms of team batting average and runs scored at only about 4 a game. But what they can do is hit home runs, and that can turn a game in a hurry. Sal Stewart got them on the board last inning with a solo shot, and now they have a man on base for Tyler Stevenson. That double for Lowe, his 14th on the season. Here's Cicconi's pitch. Stevenson checks his swing, fouls it back into the net. Hot and humid today. Game time temperature 84, hazy. Some sun breaking through the occasional cloud cover. 0-1 the count on Stevenson. He singled first time around. The pitch to him, swung on and pounded foul into the Guardians dugout. In and out over on that first base side. Or excuse me, third base side for the Guardians. The Reds over on the first base side. 4-1. Cleveland leading. Just getting started on this 3-game series here in Cincinnati after the rain out last night. Here comes the 0-2 from Cicconi. Fastball up. 1-2 the count. Cicconi's had to work hard. He's up, getting close to that 70 pitch mark now. Just getting started here in the fourth. The big right-hander out of the University of Miami. Lets it fly. Fastball called, strike 3 on the outside corner, and Stevenson wants to have that challenged. And the ABS challenge says it is a ball. So an overturn, and the at-bat stays alive for Stevenson. Cicconi thought he had him struck out. But he'll have to go back to work with a count of 2-2 now. Here comes his pitch. Breaking ball swung on, drilled down the left field line. Fair ball into the corner it goes. This will score a run as Lowe comes across. Into second with an RBI double is Stevenson. And the Reds creep closer. It's now Cleveland 4, Cincinnati 2 on the RBI double by Tyler Stevenson. For Stevenson, double number 14, his 29th run batted in. And now Dane Myers will step in, but not before pitching coach Carl Willis heads out to the mound to have a chat with Cicconi. And we'll step aside, pause 10 seconds for a station ID on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network. Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton back at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Here at the ballpark with us in the booth is Dave Abbott. And Brian Matze's back home at Command Center. And this one, 4-2 Cleveland. The Reds creeping closer though. And Cicconi tries to battle his way this second time through the batting order, and Tim Herron has started to throw out in that Guardians pen. And the pen is well rested. Some long starts over the weekend down in St. Pete by the starting staff. And Herron is at the ready out there in the pen. Up to the plate, Dane Myers takes a fastball up and in for ball 1. Stevenson, the base runner, out at second. Here's Cicconi with the 1-0 delivery. Down low, 2-0. Myers was originally drafted by the Tigers, but his most extensive playing time was with Miami until this year acquired in an offseason trade from the Marlins. The 2-0 swung on, and there's a chopper to short, charging. Rocchio gloves, throws on the run, got him at first. And the runner holds at second. Nice play by Brian Rocchio, 1 down. Time for our Cleveland Clinic caregiver shout out. Good folks at the clinic want to thank all the caregivers at Lutheran Hospital for everything they do to care for patients and families. That is Lutheran Hospital. Now to the plate, Edwin Arroyo. Fly to left his first time up. The pitch to him. Outside and low for ball 1. Guardians 4, the Reds 2. Cincinnati has scored a run here in the bottom half of the 4th inning on the RBI double by Stevenson. who's still out there at second base with one out. Here's the 1-0 to Arroyo. He swings and pops it up foul out of play. That's off to the left. 1-1 the count on Arroyo, the switch hitting second baseman. Matt McLean on the injured list for the Reds. Boy, they were hoping he would really be coming along this season, but injuries have held him back. The 1-1. Strike called on the inside corner. And it's 1-2. They were hoping for flashes of his rookie season, but he's had some significant injuries since, talking about McLean. And he is on the injured list once again for Cincinnati, and they have their fair share of injuries. For the Guardians on that Elk and Elk injury report, it's only Sean Armstrong right now with the calf injury. Different story for the Reds. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, low and outside. 2-2 the count. McLean, he's on a rehab assignment trying to come back from a calf strain. Nick Lodolo's on the injured list. A blister again. First saw that in spring training in a game between these two clubs. As the 2-2 is grounded near the middle, on through a base hit just past Bazzana, the diving second baseman, and that will allow another run to score as Arroyo knocks in Stevenson from second base with an RBI single. And it's now a one-run ball game. The Reds have drawn to within 4-3. And their number 9 hitter, TJ Friedel, will step in. 5th run batted in for Arroyo. And here we are, the Guardians with that big lead early at 4-0, but the Reds have battled back. Here's Friedel, and he takes a pitch down low for ball 1. Boy, this is one of those games where if you're the Guardians, you scored first, you would have liked to have scored next, but they haven't been able to do that. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball high and outside, 2-0. When you wonder how far they go with Slade Ciccone as his pitch count continues to climb, and there's a couple of runs in here, and they do have the bullpen going. He's at 82 pitches. Ciccone sets. The pitch to Friedel. He swings and pops it up. It's behind the plate. Bailey gives it a courtesy look, but this one's back out of play. Some of the other injuries for the Reds, they have several pitchers on the injured list. Brandon Williamson, Graham Ashcraft, Tony Santillan, who had been a key out of their pen, and Spencer Steer, the big one with that sheath in the wrist. That here's the pitch, and it's swung on and popped up on the infield. Right there is Rocchio, and behind the second base bag, he makes the catch to retire Friedel, and now there's 2 down. But Ellie De La Cruz will be the batter. 2 runs in. It's a 4-3 Guardians lead. And here comes Stephen Vogt. That's going to be it for Slade Ciccone. The move will be made to the bullpen with 2 outs. Tying run on base, go-ahead run at the plate. And we'll take a break here in the 4th. This call to the bullpen brought to you by Spartan Storm Shield, the roof system to last your lifetime. Learn more at SpartanStormShield.com. It's 4-3 Cleveland. Back with more after this.
A cool and crisp Modelo tastes good.
When you run a growing home service business, you roll with the punches. More trucks, more techs, more jobs, and suddenly your team is drowning in spreadsheets, manual work, and software that just can't keep up. But there's a better way. Service Titan is the all-in-one system designed to help you scale the right way from day one. There's a reason Service Titan customers increase their revenue by an average of 15% every year. Get the software you can't outgrow. Go to ServiceTitan.com to learn more.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away. Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna less lethal launcher. Armed with kinetic rounds, Jason fired a warning shot, deterring the mountain lion and giving his family time to get to safety. Byrna less lethal launchers fire powerful kinetic and chemical irritant rounds designed to stop threats. Visit Byrna.com. That's BYRNA, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
The ocean delights us.
Left-hander Tim Herron is on to pitch to Ellie De La Cruz as they turn him around. He'll bat from the right side. With a runner at first, 2 away. Bottom of the 4th inning, 4-3 Cleveland. Herron from the stretch. Here's his pitch. And it's outside for a ball. Snap throw to first. Arroyo is back safely. This game's something. At first inning, 33 pitches, a grand slam allowed by Chase Burns. And you thought, well, he would be the first one to be lifted from this game starting pitching wise. But it's Ciccone here in the 4th. The pitch from Herron swung on and fouled back. De La Cruz is 1 for 2 with a single his last time up. Tried to stretch it into a double and was thrown out. De La Cruz, as a right-handed batter, higher average. At 326, the pitch to him. He swings, chops it over the mound near the middle. Grabbed by Bazana, the second baseman, will have no play. De La Cruz too speedy for that, and Arroyo moves up to second. And an infield hit for Ellie De La Cruz. And it's now first and second with 2 down for Sal Stewart, who homered his last time up. He had walked his first time up. A prime candidate for Rookie of the Year honors in the National League with 22 home runs now and 77 driven in. Up there now in a key spot. Here's the pitch to him. Down low for ball 1. Stewart, and a good pedigree first-round pick in the 22 draft. Only 22 years of age still, as he was a high school drafted player out of Miami, Florida. Here's the pitch from Herron. Swung on, and that's blasted high and deep, but bending foul down the right side and out of play. So it's 1-1 on Stewart. Tied for 4th in our franchise history, actually alone in 4th now for most home runs by a Reds rookie in their long, illustrious history. The 1-1, breaking ball down low. The great Frank Robinson setting the pace with 38 home runs back in 1956. Joey Votto hit 24 in his rookie season of 08. And then Spencer Steer hit 23 in 2023. And there's Stewart right behind him. The 2-1 swung on, foul back. 2-2 the count. He's facing Tim Herron. Second appearance since a stint on the injured list for Herron overall this year. 42 appearances. He's 1-4. An ERA of 3.24. 28 strikeouts, but 19 walks in 33 innings. Here's the pitch, and it's low and outside for a ball. And boy, not much room right now for Tim Herron. He's in danger of loading him up. J.J. Bleday is waiting on deck. Now Bleday is a left-handed batter. But again, you would load the bases here should Stewart reach. Now the payoff from Herron. Swung on, ripped past the shortstop into left center, a base hit. Rounding third, heading for home, and scoring is Arroyo. Right behind him, De La Cruz. He scores. It's a 2-run single, and the Reds have taken the lead 5-4 on the base hit by Stewart and the blinding speed of De La Cruz, who scored all the way from first base. And that ball was in the gap but cut off by Kwan before it got deep in the gap. He cut straight across, but that didn't matter. Now with De La Cruz. Man, can he fly. I mean, he almost caught Arroyo. That's how fast he was going as J.J. Bleday steps in and takes a pitch up and in.
Well, when you give him a running start, he was at second base before that ball ever got to home plate.
A 3-2 count with 2 outs, and all of a sudden the Reds in front. Stewart on the move with the pitch, and the ball is bobbled by Bailey, so no throw to second base as Stewart steals the bag. His 12th. And Tom, you mentioned it earlier, a 4-run lead seems like a lot in a lot of ballparks. Not in this one. And the Guardians try to get out of this 4th inning. Stewart now at second. Here's the pitch to Bleday, and he swings and chops it to the second baseman. Bazana up with it, throws on to first in time for the out. Side retired. But the Reds score 4, and we'll head to the 5th. 5-4 Cincinnati.
Every championship team has a strategy. Shouldn't your retirement? Too many people worry about market swings, inflation, taxes, and whether their savings will last. At our local academy right here in your community, you'll discover strategies to help protect what you've built and create retirement income designed to go the distance. Take control of your retirement future. Text TRADE to 210-210 for a free local class near you. Again, text TRADE to 210-210.
Think you know how the second half of baseball plays out? Put your predictions to work on Polymarket, the world's largest prediction market.
An official partner of Major League Baseball.
Who wins the division?
Who's buying at the trade deadline?
Who takes home the Cy Young? And
who's still standing in October?
Trade against other fans, not the house on Polymarket. From the trade deadline to the World Series, every game matters. Trade on Polymarket. Download the Polymarket app and use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE.
Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
New shoes, new clothes, brand new grade. Switch to Verizon to make sure their tech keeps up. This back to school season, buy or bring any Android phone and get a Samsung Galaxy tablet on us. Get your kids ready for the school year without breaking the bank. Visit Verizon.com or your local store today. Bring an Android phone or purchase a new phone with device payment on postpaid service plan required. $329.99 tablet device payment purchase with new line on $20 per month tablet plan for 36 months required. Less $330 tablet promo credit applied over 36 months. Additional taxes, fees, and terms apply.
The core short from Viore is one pair I keep reaching for. Morning run, afternoon training, watching the game, it doesn't matter. Soft 4-way stretch, built-in liner, comfortable all day. Plus, they
And Guardians on the comeback trail now for the first time today, trailing 5-4, 5th inning. Chase Burns still out there for the Reds, and he fires a fastball up and away to Stephen Kwan for ball 1. Burns at 75 pitches. He has been economical the last 2 innings. Here's the 1-0 on the outside corner for a strike. 1-1. And again, his pitch count a little more stringent because of where he is innings wise. The 1-1 breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike. And this is first full major league season. Had a rough first inning, but he's been impressive since. Here's the 1-2. Waved at and missed, strike 3. Ball dropped and picked up by Stevenson, the catcher, and he throws on to first to complete the strikeout. 4 strikeouts for Burns. 1 away in the top half of the 5th inning. Hey, now through August the 6th, you could win a Guardians Edition F-150 Raptor truck, courtesy of your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers. Visit GuardiansF150sweeps.com to enter. Here's the pitch to Jose Ramirez, and he lines it down the right field side, and it's dropping for a base hit. Cut off in the corner by Blade, and he'll hold Ramirez to a long single. 2 line drives to right for base hits for Jose Ramirez, who's starting to look a little bit more like Jose now as he gets further into his season here after the stint on the injured list. Chase DeLauder will bat. 0 for 2. Guardians down by a run. Here's the pitch to DeLauder. On the move is Ramirez, and he'll steal the bag without a throw. Number 25 for Jose Ramirez. So that tying run now in scoring position with 1 out. Here's the 1-0. He's taking off for third. The throw down is not in time. Safe at third base is Ramirez.
Well, he's single-handedly trying to energize this ball club. This ball club has been flat at times since the All-Star break. And he knows right now this club needs something good to happen after blowing a 4-0 lead. Who else but Jose Ramirez says, all right, follow me.
So the infield in now for the Reds. Here comes the pitch to DeLauder. It's down low for a ball, and the count's now 2-1. Well, they've struggled with just moving runners along in certain spots, so with 1 out, get that runner to third. He does it by himself. And he's down there with less than 2 down. Now we'll see if DeLauder can get him in. This has really been a struggle point. Here's the 2-1. Swung on, and it's driven to left. This will do it. Getting back and making the catch is Friedel. Tagging, heading for home is Ramirez. He scores, and we are tied at 5. How about that? That's part of what the offense has been missing, that style of play from Ramirez. And DeLauder with RBI number 51 got the job done on the sac fly. Here's Travis Bazzana. A couple of walks today in 2 trips. Here's the pitch from Burns. Upstairs for a ball and a check swing for Bazzana.
All Cleveland needs 15 more Jose Ramirez's, and they'll be right where they want to be.
Scouts on the case in the Dominican Republic. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, bounced foul outside of first.
I put my arm around him last night. I wanted to ask him something real quietly in the clubhouse. And you put your arm around him, it is like putting your arm on a steel beam. He is so strong across his back muscles.
Here's the 1-1. In the dirt. 2-1.
You look at him and you go, he's not very big, obviously. We know all of that. But his strength is way beyond what most people can envision.
The 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. And it probably helps you understand how he's able to do what he has done throughout his career at that size. Here's the 2-2. Swung on a bouncer up the middle, right behind the second base bag, though, is De La Cruz and Fields. Throws on to first for the out. Side retired, but the Guardians tie it thanks to Jose Ramirez and Chase DeLauder. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Tied at 5 in Cincinnati.
A cool and crisp Modelo tastes good.
In this business, you're either growing or you're grinding. Success is no longer about hard work alone. It's about using AI to accelerate impact. ServiceTitan is the only integrated intelligence that seamlessly automates your entire workflow, from first bid to final invoice. Born in the trades, built for commercial contractors ready to stop operating and start automating. ServiceTitan, AI for the trades.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away. Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna less lethal launcher. Armed with kinetic rounds, Jason fired a warning shot, deterring the mountain lion.
Well, Franco Aleman's going to get a second inning. Struck out the side in the fifth. The native of Cuba takes on the bottom third of the Reds order. 5-5. We're in the fifth. Aleman pumps one in there, a strike. We've told you the story before, but you never know. Somebody might be listening for the first time. Aleman, back partially turned toward the hitter. He delivers, and it's in there. But his dad was a dentist when they were living in Cuba. And Cuba had a deal with Venezuela in that they would trade doctors to Venezuela for oil from the Venezuelans. Here's the set. Here's the 0-2. A swing and a foul. I get a piece of the home plate ump, Alfonso Marquez. The deal for Franco's dad, the dentist, was that if he went to Venezuela for 3 to 4 years, then he would be allowed to legally defect to the United States. Cuba would not stand in his way. Now the 0-2 pitch. Up and in, and he got him to swing and miss. 4 strikeouts for Aleman. So Franco's dad went to Venezuela for 3 to 4 years and then was able to get to Tampa. And then the rest of the family joined him. Franco was 11 when he was able to get out of Cuba and move to Tampa. Here's Edwin Arroyo, 1 for 2, an RBI single. He'll bat left-handed. He cuts and foul tips it, strike 1. Franco said, obviously coming out of Cuba, he spoke Spanish. But he said, I learned English by watching the Disney Channel and by watching cartoons. And he has great command of the English language now. The pitch, and it was inside and challenged by Patrick Bailey. Bailey didn't catch the ball, went to the backstop. That's why he didn't get the strike call, but it looked like a strike. Let's see on the replay. Challenge. It's a strike. Wasn't even borderline.
Overturned.
But when you don't catch the pitch, kind of hard to get the call from the ump. So the call is overturned, and the count 0-2 on Arroyo. 5-5 game. Reds batting. Bottom of the 6th. 1 out, nobody on. Aleman's ready. Here it comes. Arroyo takes a high heater. 1-2. Slade Cicconi's rough month of July continued today, giving up 4 runs in 3 2/3. The pitch hit on a line, but foul outside of first. Boy, Slade Cicconi's had an ERA this month of about 8. And that came off a spectacular month of June, in which Slade Cicconi's earned run average in June was 188. Now the pitch. And it's strike 3 called on the inside corner, challenged by Edwin Arroyo. He was kind of timid with his tap of the helmet. Let's see. It's strike 3 called. That's a tough at bat. 2 challenges in the at bat, and you're on the losing end both times. So Aleman has struck out all 5 he has faced. He has that kind of stuff. Upper 90s fastball slider. 2 down, nobody on. 5-5, 6th inning. Here's TJ Friedel, 0 for 2. Aleman, the big 6'7 right-hander, lets it fly. And he painted the outside corner with a slider. Strike one. In on the grass at third, Jose Ramirez, because Friedel runs well. Friedel now 0 for 13. Aleman's pitch, and it's hit in the air, but not deep to left. Rocchio out, Kwan in. Kwan, the left fielder, makes the catch. Boy, Franco Aleman has saved game one for Cleveland. At least he has put the Reds at bay for a couple of innings. 5-5 heading to the seventh on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
The ocean delights us. Some marvel at the colorful world below the surface. The ocean feeds us. Others find nourishment in its bounty. The ocean teaches us how our everyday choices impact even the deepest places. The ocean moves us, whether we're riding a wave or soaking in its breathtaking beauty. The ocean connects us. Find your connection at MontereyBayAquarium.org/connects.
Hey, baseball fans, here's a question. Do you know if your retirement strategy is built to weather market ups and downs? At our local academy, right here in your area, discover educational strategies for protecting and growing retirement assets and creating lasting income. Your future deserves a plan. Text TRADE to 210-210 for a free local class. That's TRADE to 210-210.
Think you know how the second half of baseball plays out? Put your predictions to work on Polymarket, the world's largest prediction market.
An official partner of Major League Baseball.
Who wins the division?
Who's buying at the trade deadline?
Who takes home the Cy Young? And
who's still standing in October?
Trade against other fans, not the house on Polymarket. From the trade deadline to the World Series, every game matters. Trade on Polymarket. Download the Polymarket app and use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE.
Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
Heading back to campus? Time to upgrade your entire tech setup. Switch to Verizon, buy or bring a qualifying smartphone, and get a smartwatch and a tablet on us. That's all your essential gear for $0 extra. Ace your classes, track your fitness, and stream your favorite shows. Visit Verizon.com or your local store.
We are going to get a look at the right-hander, Pierce Johnson. Johnson, here in the seventh, game tied at 5. Patrick Bailey batting left-handed 0 for 2. And the pitch, it's in there, it's a called strike. As he started him off with a curveball, boy, he throws a mid-90s fastball. However, the set and the 0-1 pitch swung on, banged on one hop to second. Sharply hit, but Arroyo fields it, throws him out. That was another curveball. 70% of his pitches are curveballs. Pierce Johnson, 6'2", 200 pounds, now 35 years of age, 9th year in the big leagues. He has pitched in Japan. He's pitched with the Cubs, Giants, Padres, Rockies, Braves. The Reds, his 6th major league team. Here's Petey Helpin, 1 for 2, a single, number 9 hitter, and he bangs one toward first, but foul. Cleveland, 5 runs on 6 hits, no errors, 2 left. Reds, 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, 4 men stranded. Friends and family, that's all that's here today for game 1. If you could literally count everybody that's in the ballpark, wouldn't take you all that long. Here's the 0-1 pitch. In tight. There's another one tonight. That'll be a 7-10 start. Gavin Williams for Cleveland. We are tied 5-5. Cleveland led 4-0. Reds led 5-4. The pitch, and it's in there. Told you how Cleveland scored the Reds. Sal Stewart has a solo homer to center and a 2-run single. Tyler Stevenson, an RBI double. Edwin Arroyo, an RBI single. Chase Burns won 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, 1 earned. Now the 1-2. And it's golfed in the air to straightaway center. Myers doesn't have to move, helping out number 2. Brock Burke pitched last inning. Book on him, 1 scoreless inning, allowed a hit. Now Pierce Johnson, who played at Missouri State University. Two down, nobody on base. Your out-of-town scoreboards presented by your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers. Here's Stephen Kwan in on the grass at third. Suarez. And the pitch to Kwan. And it's low. And that was your out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers. This is the only day game, day-night doubleheader here on the banks of the Ohio River. Now the 1-0 pitch. In tight. 1-1. Stephen Kwan, he's 1 for 3 with a single. Sun shining brightly now. Up to 86 degrees. It's humid. The pitch missed outside that curveball. 3-0. On deck, Jose Ramirez. He's banged out a couple of hits today. Johnson from the set, hands belt high, delivers. Fastball in there. And the count 3-1. The right-hander dealing, and Kwan fouling it back. When you've got rust to bust, use PB Blaster. It's a Cleveland original since 1957. PB Blaster always working like a pro. Full count now on Stephen Kwan, who's batted .403 in the month of July. The 3-2. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Kwan out looking. It's stretch time in Cincinnati. Cleveland, Cincinnati, 5-5 on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
A cool and crisp Modelo tastes good.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away. Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna less lethal launcher. Armed with kinetic rounds, Jason fired a warning shot, deterring the mountain lion and giving his family time to get to safety. Byrna less lethal launchers fire powerful kinetic and chemical irritant rounds designed to stop threats. Visit Byrna.com. That's B-Y-R-N-A, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
If you're a commercial contractor, you know the game. Service work projects, crew tracking, cash flow, margins, and more. Here's the problem. You're running your business with disjointed systems that just aren't cutting it. If that's the case, I need to tell you about Service Titan, the only end-to-end platform built specifically for service and construction work. From prospecting and bidding to install, maintenance, retrofits, and everything in between, Service Titan gives you the tools you need to thrive. Learn more at ServiceTitan.com. That's ServiceTitan.com.
The core short from Viore is one pair I keep reaching for. Morning run, afternoon training, watching the game, it doesn't matter. Soft four-way stretch, built-in liner, comfortable all day.
Boy, what an outing by Franco Aleman, the most impressive he's had with Cleveland. He went 2 perfect innings in relief and struck out 5. Right-hander Colin Holderman facing the top of the order. Bottom of the 7th, 5-5 game. Upper 90 sinker slider, backdoor slider for strike 1. Holderman, one of the top setup men in the American League. 5 wins, a save, a 180 ERA, 41st appearance. Another called strike on the breaking ball.
Ball to strike, the batter's challenge.
And now that is being challenged by De La Cruz. And De La Cruz was correct.
Ball's overturned.
Ball overturned. Each team with a challenge remaining. And the count now 1-1. De La Cruz today, a couple of base hits, runs scored. The set and pitch. Another slider and a beauty. And the count now 1-2. Now the pitch in the dirt. I'm still not sure why we're doing a day-night doubleheader. They announced today's attendance. This is announced. 16,866. We may have a couple of thousand in the ballpark. Maybe. Now the 2-2. Fouled it back. I think a lot of people were surprised when they said last night day-night doubleheader. And it's like, really? Normally the day-night doubleheaders are because you have big crowds expected for the games, but not normally when you have a paid attendance of 16,000 do you do a day-night doubleheader, but oh well. The pitch, Tapper hit foul first base side. De La Cruz still with a 2-2 count. It's turned into a mostly sunny day now. 86 degrees, breeze blowing out. The pitch, and he got him swinging, came back with a slider. Holderman strikes out De La Cruz. That'll start the seventh. Here's Sal Stewart. Solo homer, 2-run single, and a walk. Sal Stewart cuts and misses strike one. He had one thing on his mind. Trying to hit one to the upper deck and left. Very cozy ballpark. Now the 0-1 delivery. And it's fouled upstairs. 0-2, a little bit south of us right here on the Ohio River is the Bengals. Not only do the Bengals have their stadium on the banks of the Ohio River, but their practice facility is right next to it. Browns, of course, have the stadium downtown, practice facility in Berea. But the Bengals practice facility right next door to the stadium here in downtown Cincinnati. Now the 0-2. Up and in, and that went all the way to the backstop. 98 miles an hour. And the count of 1-2. Well, the Guardians and Diamondbacks Saturday night. It's the Kate Smith bobblehead giveaway plus fireworks. Tickets at CLEGuardians.com. Now the 1-2. Slider in the dirt to the backstop. Ball 2, strike 2. Boy, where would Cleveland's bullpen be without the addition of Colin Holderman this year? The 2-2. Checked on a slider away, didn't go. Full count. Pretty much every playoff team or playoff contender is looking to add bullpen arms before the deadline next Monday night at 6 o'clock. The payoff pitch. And it's swung on, grounded in the hole. Diving backhanded grab by Rocchio. Pops up, throws to first. On the bounce, dug out by Mansardo. Holy cow, what a play by Rocchio in the hole, and a nice pick at first by Mansardo. Tremendous play by Rocchio. And Cleveland doesn't have to wonder who their shortstop is. when you think about the coming years. Wow, has he been good. Here's J.J. Bleday, 0 for 3. Thing is, Cleveland's got another heck of a shortstop in Columbus and Angel Hanau. That pitch outside, a ball. Bleday 0 for 3. Now the set, now the pitch, and it's hit a ton to center. Back goes Helpin on the track near the wall, jumps, makes the catch. Little half jump by Petey Helpin. We go to the 8th, deadlocked at 5 on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Hey, baseball fans, here's a question. Do you know if your retirement strategy is built to weather market ups and downs? At our local academy, right here in your area, discover educational strategies for protecting and growing retirement assets and creating lasting income. Your future deserves a plan. Text TRADE to 210-210 for a free local class. That's TRADE to 210-210.
Think you know how the second half of baseball plays out? Put your predictions to work on Polymarket, the world's largest prediction market.
Official partner of Major League Baseball.
Who wins the division?
Who's buying at the trade deadline?
Who takes home the Cy Young? And
who's still standing in October?
Trade against other fans, not the house on Polymarket. From the trade deadline to the World Series, every game matters. Trade on Polymarket. Download the Polymarket app and use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE.
Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
Heading back to campus? Time to upgrade your entire tech setup. Switch to Verizon, buy or bring a qualifying smartphone, and get a smartwatch and a tablet on us. That's all your essential gear for $0 extra. Ace your classes, track your fitness, and stream your favorite shows. Visit Verizon.com or your local store today. Bring an eligible phone or purchase a new phone with device payment on postpaid service plan required. Up to $649.99 watch and tablet device payment purchase with new line on $20 per month tablet plan and $15 per month watch plan for 36 months required. Less up to $650 promo credit applied over 36 months per device. Additional taxes, fees, and terms apply.
The ocean moves us, whether that's surfing a wave or taking in an inspiring view. The ocean feeds us. Sustainable seafood practices bring the ocean's bounty to our plates. The ocean teaches us how our everyday choices.
Let's pause for station ID on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network. Tom Hamilton with you, along with Jim Rosenhaus, Brian Motze, Dave Abbott. 5-5 in the 8th. Jose Ramirez batting right-handed. The lefty Sam Maul with a breaking ball strike. Ramirez today 2 singles, 2 steals, 2 runs scored. Pierce Johnson worked a scoreless 7th. Now the little lefty. 5'9", 190. Maul delivering, and Ramirez taking. It's in the dirt, 1-1. This year, Maul, in 48 games, a win, a save, 4.32 ERA. Out of the University of Memphis, the 1-1. And it's tapped foul at the plate, a 1-2 count. Hunter Gaddis heating up in the Cleveland pen. Ball takes a little extra time, climbs back up on the hill. Now the 1-2 to Ramirez. And he fouled it at the plate. Well, it's rumor mill time with the deadline next Monday. Word is now Tampa Bay has interest in Zach Neto. I think everybody that needs a shortstop has interest in the Angels' Zach Neto because you have him for 3 more years. But boy, the Angels are going to ask for a boatload if they trade Neto. Now the 1-2. And it's hit on the ground to third, charged by Suarez. Gloves, throws, and not in time. But he's called out. Well, beg your pardon. Boy, I thought he had beaten it. Cleveland checking to see if they want to challenge. Nope. Bang, bang play, but Ramirez out by an eyelash. Here's Chase DeLauder, 0 for 2 with a sac fly that tied the game. The Detroit Tigers today designated catcher Jake Rogers. He'd been the backup catcher to Dylan Dingler. He was the last piece they had from Houston when they traded Justin Verlander in his heyday to the Astros. Left on left, Malls pitch to DeLauder. And DeLauder much better against lefty pitching. Cuts and misses, strike one. As good as Tampa Bay is, oh man, if they could add a guy like Zach Neto, the 0-1 pitch down low, 1-1. Neto brings you home run power, good shortstop, and controllable, and Tampa has one of the best farm systems in the game. Well, that would give them another weapon in that lineup. The 1-1 pitch. Outside and low, 2-1. Every baseball guy you talk to now says the big decision is still the one that's going to eventually be made in Detroit. Do they trade Tarek Skubal or not? The 2-1 pitch. And it's fouled off right side, 2-2. Tigers, they've lost 3 in a row. They're 7 under 500. Of course, they're still in it. But they trade Skubal. There are a lot of baseball executives in the American League that hope the Tigers keep Skubal and simply get a draft pick when he walks away at the end of the year. Now the 2-2 pitch. Inside and low, full count. Because even though Skubal is a free agent at the end of the year, he's the guy that puts you over the top if you're a team like maybe Tampa, Milwaukee, Atlanta. You add him, oh boy. Now the payoff pitch. And it's swung on, drilled to center, another base hit off a left-hander for Chase DeLauder. But for the Tigers, if they trade Skubal and they can say whatever they want, that we're still in it, blah, 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 you're not the same team that you were when you traded Skubal. But if they did trade Skubal, you couldn't hardly blame them because of what they could get in return for the coming years. Here's Travis Bazzana. Ground out, 2 walks. 1 out, 1 on, 5-5, 8th inning. The pitch, and it's a strike on the outside corner. And Casey Mize is another Tigers starting pitcher who will be a free agent at the end of this season. Now the 0-1. Breaking ball strike, 0-2 on Bazzana. He's hitting cleanup today. The set. The 2-strike pitch. And he tapped it foul at the plate. We'll do it again at 0-2. 5-5 in the 8th. Runner on, 1 out. Check out the all-new redesigned hybrid Toyota RAV4. It's America's best-selling SUV. For all Toyota offers, go to Toyota.com. DeLauder, modest lead at first. The left-hander Sam Maul is ready. He deals. And Bazzana spoiled a breaking ball, fouling it back. We'll do it again at 0-2. Outfield straight up, not all that deep. Now the 2-strike pitch. Outside, 1-2. Cleveland trying to snap its longest losing streak of the year. They've dropped 5 in a row. They're only a game above 500, and yet only 2 games out of first. This is a big game here, game 1. Now the 1-2. And again, fouled back. Good at bat by Travis Bazzana, who has struggled against left-handed pitching. Ball is ready. Here it comes. And it's drilled to right field, a base hit by Bazzana. DeLauder motoring around second on his way to third. That's as good an at-bat as Travis Bazzana's had in quite some time. A 7-pitch at-bat against a tough left-hander. He spoiled a lot of 2-strike breaking balls and then smoked a single to right. And Cleveland in a 5-5 game in the 8th. Runners at the corners, 1 down. And Brian Rocchio 1 for 3 with a single. He'll step in and bat right-handed. The set and pitch. And he showed safety squeeze bunt. Took a strike and he challenges the call. Oh boy. Video board says Cleveland's out of challenges. Strike upheld. Not sure how you challenge a pitch when you're squaring the bunt. Pull the bat back. But hasta la vida, baby, when it comes to challenges. The 0-1 now to Rocchio. Infield partway in. He bunts back towards the mound. Coming home with the go-ahead run to Lauder. The throw goes to first to get Rocchio. Bazzana to second. And another perfectly executed safety squeeze by Brian Rocchio between the mound and first. And he bunted it in a perfect spot that enabled DeLauder to score with ease. The pitcher, Maul, wisely got the out at first and give Brian Rocchio RBI number 50. And Cleveland's back on top for the 3rd time today, 6-5 Cleveland. Here's Kyle Manzardo, pitch outside, ball 1. Well, nobody loves the safety squeeze bunt more than Stephen Vogt. And that time it was a beauty. And gives Cleveland a 6-5 lead. Cleveland led 4-0 in the first on the Kyle Manzardo grand slam to right. Now the pitch. And a check swing foul. 6-5 Guardians, 8th inning. Game 1 of a day-night doubleheader, the nightcap, with Gavin Williams on the hill at 7:10. Two down. Bazzana, not that big a lead. Edges off a little more. Now the pitch. And Manzardo takes outside. 2 balls and a strike. Now, Cleveland have been shut out back-to-back games this weekend in St. Pete. 6 runs today. The pitch. Down and in. Maul has thrown a lot of breaking balls and not a lot of strikes. So, another hitter's count for Manzardo, 3-1. Again, the outfielder's not all that deep. The pitch. Checked on a pitch low, ball 4. Maul has walked another. That'll bring up Angel Martinez. So we'll have a meeting. As Cleveland has runners at first and second with 2 down. Angel Martinez will bat right-handed. 6-5, Cleveland's regained the lead. here in the 8th inning, and Angel Martinez trying to spread it a little more. Hunter Gaddis is going to work the bottom of the 8th.
All right, Tom, you mentioned it earlier about the real weakness for the Reds has been their bullpen. Terry Francona has had a hard time getting consistency there, and this is where the Guardians have to take advantage in close games.
Angel Martinez trying to break an 0-for-16 skid. Ball. Checks, delivers, way outside. Well, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Cleveland's bullpen, one of the best in the game. The Reds, one of the worst. Tito was saying yesterday in his office. Just too many injuries early have really sabotaged this bullpen. The pitch, and it's hit in the air, not deep. Left center, dropping quickly. Diving catch by Friedel, the left fielder. That looked like it was going to find grass. Heck of a play by Friedel. So Cleveland's taking the lead back on a safety squeeze bunt. 6-5, Guardians, middle of the 8th.
A cool and crisp Modelo tastes good.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away. Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna less lethal launcher. Armed with kinetic rounds, Jason fired a warning shot, deterring the mountain lion and giving his family time to get to safety. Byrna less lethal launchers fire powerful kinetic and chemical irritant rounds designed to stop threats. Visit Byrna.com. That's BYRNA, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
Retirement isn't the time to guess. You've worked hard to build your savings. Now learn strategies that can help you protect, grow, and create income from what you've earned. Join us at our local academy, yes, right here near you, for a free educational class focused on retirement strategies. Because confidence in retirement doesn't happen by accident. It starts with a plan. Text TRADE to 210-210 now. Again, text TRADE to 210-210.
Think you know how the second half of baseball plays out? Put your predictions to work on Polymarket, the world's largest prediction market.
Official partner of Major League Baseball.
Who wins the division?
Who's buying at the trade deadline?
Who takes home the Cy Young? And
who's still standing in October?
Well, now it's in the hands of Hunter Gaddis. Mid-90s fastball, slider, changeup. He'll now inherit a 6-5 lead on Hunter Gaddis. He and Eric Sabrowski share the team lead with 20 holds.
Everybody make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And if you're new, join the channel.
And it's up high a ball. Cleveland's bullpen leads the major leagues as a bullpen in holds. 86 times they've held the lead. Suarez 0 for 3, the pitch. And he cuts and misses, and the count 1-1. Compare that to Cincinnati. Cleveland 86 holds, the Reds 58. Righty encounter. The pitch. And it's popped up. This is near home plate towards the backstop. Patrick Bailey has the play. Catcher almost overran it, reaches back, snags it. Suarez, a dangerous home run threat, fouls out to the catcher. The bullpen's been lights out today. Franco Aleman struck out 5 and 2 scoreless. Colin Holderman had a 1-2-3-7. Now Hunter Gaddis with Cade Smith for the 9th. Nathaniel Lowe, the batter, 1 for 3 with a double. Left-handed hitter. He's got pop. A dozen home runs. Gaddis dealing, and the pitch in tight, ball 1. Again, in this ballpark, you don't have to have a whole lot of power to hit it out. That's why a 1-run lead can dissipate in a hurry. The pitch to Lowe, and he fouled it at the plate. He was fooled on a changeup. 1-1. Lowe he is a guy that, here's the set and pitch, and he hits a little looping liner that's going to get down for a base hit into right center. I was just going to say Lowe is a guy that last 5 years has averaged 19 homers a year. Now he'll leave for a pinch runner. Ivan Johnson is going to pinch run. 6-5 Cleveland. Johnson just coming up. And the batter will be Tyler Stevenson. Right-hander against right-hander. He's doubled in a run and singled, 2 for 3. 6-5 Cleveland in the 8th. The pitch waved at, strike 1. Ivan Johnson just up from Louisville, his second stint with the Reds. Now the 0-1. And it's waved at. Good slider away. 0-2. Gaddis is ready. Tossed to first. Back with a dive is Johnson. He represents the tying run at first with a 1 down in the 8th. Stevenson has played deep in the outfield, but the other way toward right. Wind has been blowing out all day. It's hot. It's humid. The pitch, and he popped it up first base side. Foul ground into the seats. Still a 0-2 count on the Reds catcher. Reds made the playoffs a year ago, and Tito's first season led them to 83 wins. Wild card entry. They went to LA and got swept in 2 games by the Dodgers. The 0-2. Wide, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hard to believe the Dodgers had to play in a wild card round. Again, the set and delivery, and it's a touch high, and the count 2-2. Gaddis, the 2-2. Foul tipped it at the plate. Well, 3 kids took their shirts off in the upper deck in left field. They're going crazy out there. They have the whole upper deck to themselves. 6-5 Cleveland, 8th inning. Gaddis is ready. Here it comes. And it's hit high in the air, fairly deep right center, playable. PD helping the center fielder, ends up on the warning track. Catches, fires it in. Bluffing going to second was Johnson. He'll head back to first. That looked routine, and the next thing you know, it's on the warning track. Stevenson's out number 2. Here's Dane Myers, 1 for 3 with a single. 2 down, runner at first. 6-5 Cleveland in the 8th inning. Game 1 of this day-night doubleheader. The set and delivery. Low, ball 1. Gaddis fires, and it's drilled foul down the left side. He got a hanging changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, runner on, 8th inning. Cleveland with a 1-run lead. Down the 1-1. Fouled it back. Fastball to 96. 1-2 the count. The 1-2, runner goes. Pitch swung on, dribbler to third. This is going to be a tough play. Ramirez has no play, just picks it up. Dane Myers, about a 75-foot single to third. 2 out, 2 on for Edwin Arroyo. Here comes pitching coach Carl Willis out of that third base dugout. Arroyo, 1 for 3, an RBI single. Cincinnati's famous for a lot of things. Montgomery Inn, it's a classic down here. About the best ribs you'll ever have anywhere with their Saratoga chips. Grader's ice cream is here out of Cincinnati. And then with the day-night doubleheader today, what would you have for breakfast at the ballpark? They served Skyline chili.
There was a line for it.
It's because the people that were eating it didn't have to pay for it. They're paying for it big time now. Nothing says breakfast like chili.
Ah, yes.
On an 86-degree humid day. 2 down, 2 on, 6-5. Cleveland in the 8th. Arroyo takes a high slider for ball 1. Outfield around toward right, medium deep. The next offering. And it's swung on, pulled foul through him a changeup. 1-1 the count. Cleveland led 4-0. Reds eventually claimed a 5-4 lead. Cleveland tied it in the 5th, took the lead here in the top of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th, 2 out, 2 on. 6-5 Cleveland. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good slider down and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gaddis, pitch number 21 of the inning. Got him! Swinging on a wicked slider. We'll go to the 9th. 6-5 Cleveland on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
A cool and crisp Modelo tastes good, but
an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have
Everybody
been a
make sure
peaceful
you hit
hike,
that
calm
like
was
button,
suddenly
hit that
broken.
subscribe
A
button,
lion
and
appeared
if
on
you're
the
new,
trail just
join
yards
the
away.
channel.
Fortunately, Jason had packed his Byrna less lethal launcher. Armed with kinetic rounds, Jason fired a warning shot, deterring the mountain lion and giving his family time to get to safety. Byrna less lethal launchers fire powerful kinetic and chemical irritant rounds designed to stop threats. Visit Byrna.com. That's BYRNA, Byrna.com. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
Retirement isn't the time to guess. You've worked hard to build your savings. Now learn strategies that can help you protect, grow, and create income from what you've earned. Join us at our local academy, yes, right here near you, for a free educational class focused on retirement strategies. Because confidence in retirement doesn't happen by accident. It starts with a plan. Text TRADE to 210-210 now. Again, text TRADE to 210-210.
Think you know how the second half of baseball plays out? Put your predictions to work on Polymarket, the world's largest prediction market.
Official partner of Major League Baseball.
Who wins the division?
Who's buying at the trade deadline?
Who takes home the Cy Young? And
who's still standing in October?
Trade against other fans.
Chase Petty is coming on to pitch for Cincinnati, a hard-throwing right-hander. Mid to upper 90s fastball and sinker. He also features the slider and the changeup. Chase Petty will face Patrick Bailey, batting left-handed, 0 for 3, switch hitting catcher, who fouls back the first offering, strike one. Petty, his 14th appearance, a win, a save, a 4.23 ERA. Petty fires, and it's high and wide, 1-1. Petty is just 23 years of age, 6 feet, 200 pounds. Now the 1-1, and it's hit on the ground up the middle to his right, backhanded by Arroyo. Second baseman straightens, throws out the Cleveland catcher. Petty was a first-round pick by Minnesota, 26th overall 5 years ago, and the Reds got him when they dealt Sonny Gray to Minnesota. Went to the same high school in Jersey outside of Philadelphia that produced Mike Trout. Here's P.D. Halpin. He swings and fouls it off, strike one. Six runs, 8 hits Cleveland. 5 runs, 11 hits Cincinnati. We're in the 9th. The pitch. Halpin rips one into right between first and second. He has a 2-hit game. Top of the order now, Stephen Kwan, 1 for 4 with a single. Cade Smith will be facing 9, 1, and 2 in Tito's lineup in the bottom of the 9th. Halpin, let's see if he is running. He's 6 for 6 in the stolen base department. Tyler Stevenson's not throwing very well. The pitch, and it's in there. Cleveland has swiped 3 bases today. Stevenson throwing out just 18% of the would-be base stealers. That is not good. The 1-strike pitch. And it's lifted in the air to left, not deep, coming on. Diving is Friedel. He made another heck of a catch. Boy, he's a good outfielder. He takes a hit away from Kwan. Back to first is Halpin. 2 down. That'll bring up Jose Ramirez. 2 hits, 2 steals, 2 runs scored. He manufactured a run for Cleveland when they tied the game in the 5th. Six to 5 Cleveland, 9th inning. Runner at first, 2 down. Ramirez batting left-handed. The pitch, and it's in there. Jose admits that left hand where he had the broken hamate surgery to remove that bone. Still very sore, but he said that's no excuse. Play through it. The 0-1, and it's outside, a changeup, 1-1, and there's not a tougher customer in the game than Jose Ramirez, and a guy that can will your team to a win. Now the 1-1. And he sends a line drive to center, but right at Myers, and we'll go to the bottom of the 9th. Cade Smith will be looking for his major league leading 30th save. 6 to 5 Guardians.
New shoes, new clothes, brand new grade. Switch to Verizon to make sure their tech keeps up. This back-to-school season, buy or bring any Android phone and get a Samsung Galaxy tablet on us. Get your kids ready for the school year without breaking the bank. Visit Verizon.com or your local store today. Bring an Android phone or purchase a new phone with device payment on postpaid service plan required. $329.99 tablet device payment purchase with new line on $20 per month tablet plan for 36 months required. Less $330 tablet promo credit applied over 36 months. Additional taxes, fees, and terms apply.
Service Titan is the only fully integrated AI that automates your entire workflow. Born in the trades, built for commercial contractors ready to stop operating and start automating. Service Titan, AI for the trades.
The core short from Viore is one pair I keep reaching for. Morning run, afternoon training, watching the game, it doesn't matter. Soft four-way stretch, built-in liner, comfortable all day. Plus, they look good enough to wear well beyond the gym. Ready to try a pair? Head to viore.com/MLB and get 20% off your first purchase. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions.
The ocean delights us. Some marvel at the colorful world below the surface. The ocean feeds us. Others find nourishment in its bounty. The ocean teaches us how our everyday choices impact even the deepest places. The ocean moves us, whether we're riding a wave or soaking in its breathtaking beauty. The ocean connects us. Find your connection at MontereyBayAquarium.org/connects.
Well, 6-5 Cleveland. Cade Smith comes on, 29 for 33 in the save department. ERA 2.63. 19 more strikeouts than innings pitched. Upper 90s fastball, slider, split. TJ Friedel, the batter, 0 for 3. A pop-up, 2 flyouts. In close at third, Jose Ramirez. The pitch, Friedel takes, it's in there, a called strike. That was 100 miles per hour on the fastball. The next delivery, and it's fouled upstairs, and it's another 100 miles an hour. 0-2. Bullpen's in about as good a shape as it's been because, well, this past weekend in St. Pete, never had a lead late. So your key late inning guys weren't needed. The pitch, and he missed outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hunter Gaddis, scoreless inning, gave up a couple of hits, struck out a batter. Cleveland's bullpen has today been on since the 4th inning. It's given up 1 run. Friedel sends that pitch up in the air, behind home plate, foul. Patrick Bailey lunging to his left made the catch as he had overrun it just a bit, and that ball started to go back toward the plate. Nice job by Bailey to stick with it. That is not an easy play. 1 down, top of the order, Ellie Dela Cruz, switch hitter batting left-handed. Dela Cruz, 2 for 4, a couple of singles. Six to 5 Cleveland here in the 9th. Dela Cruz does have 18 bombs. He takes, it's in there, a strike, a split finger. Dela Cruz hits out of a very open stance. He will strike out a lot. The pitch, and it's down and away, 1-1. Dela Cruz out of the DR, the pitch to him, wide, 2-1. Cade Smith lets it rip. Missed inside. 3-1 the count. Cleveland is out of challenges on any close pitch if they wanted a challenge. Now the 3-1. There's a strike on the outer edge. De La Cruz got a 100-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside corner. Nothing you can do with that pitch. Full count now in the Reds shortstop. 1 out in the 9th. Cleveland clinging to a 6-5 lead. With the all-star closer, Cade Smith, looking for save number 30. The payoff pitch. Got him swinging on a 100-mile-an-hour heat. 2 down in the Reds' 9th inning. Cleveland's bullpen, starting with Franco Aleman, if you include this 9th inning, in 5 innings, they have struck out 8. Here's Sal Stewart, the last hope, their best home run power man.
Everybody, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and if you're new,
Bailey
join
held
the
it,
channel.
Didn't get the call. Sal Stewart hit his 22nd homer, a solo shot to center earlier, plus a 2-run single. Righty-righty matchup, the pitch, slider down and away. 2-0 on Stewart. 6-5 Cleveland in the 9th. Cade Smith works quickly. Here it comes. Bullseye. And Stewart challenges the call. And it was a strike, so both teams out of challenges. The count stays 2-1. 2 down, 9th inning, 6-5 Cleveland. Cade Smith is ready. Here it comes. Way outside, yanked the fastball. He is sitting 100 miles per hour in the fastball here today. And Stewart steps away. Boy, Smith has some kind of giddy up. You know, he hasn't pitched since the Minnesota series 5 days ago. Now the 3-1. Checked and took a strike. Full count. Took a little something off that fastball, 99 miles per hour. Reds down to their last strike. The payoff pitch. Wide, he walked him. Sal Stewart with a 2-out walk. Winning run to the plate in J.J. Bleday. If you're wondering, Cade Smith has given up 4 home runs. Bleday 0 for 4. He's hit 17 home runs. He's a guy, the book on him now is pitch away, away, away. The pitch, and it's down and in, missed with a split finger. Tying run at first, winning run at the plate. 2 down, 9th inning. 6-5 Cleveland in game 1. Another one at 7:10 tonight. The next pitch, swung on, line to right field. Coming on, diving Martinez. He made the catch. Ball game. A great diving catch in right field by Angel Martinez. And Cleveland takes game 1 today on the banks of the Ohio River, 6-5.
A cool and crisp Modelo tastes good.
Jason is an avid hiker who loves the outdoors. During what should have been a peaceful hike, that calm was suddenly broken. A mountain lion appeared on the trail just yards away. Fortunately,